Yes, we are back. And my sleeve is stuck. Okay. Welcome Sir Topham Hat. Oh, what's this email for? It's just YouTube informing me that I'm doing something that I already know I'm doing. I don't know why every time I start streaming it informs me that I'm streaming. It's weird. Maybe it's a security measure to make sure that it's actually me. Oh, that fight. So it keeps happening because the neighbor that does meth keeps parking her goddamn car in the driveway, and everyone else needs to get out, and she refuses to move her car. Or if she is going to move her car, she takes forever. And like uh 2 days prior, she did the same thing, and like she's trying to give me a sob story about how her boyfriend is abusive and this and that. And I quite literally said to her, ma'am, you can't lie to me. It was my job in the Navy to interrogate the enemy. And like, she's like, oh, okay. So she stopped lying. she, I'm like, could you just please move your car? People got to move out of here. But yeah, it's just this problem neighbor. Like before she moved in, things were peaceful here. No, that was actually a lie. I was lying to her. All I did was PowerPoints and give briefs. But like it was an intimidation tactic to get her to move her goddamn car and to stop lying to me. I can tell when people are lying to me. I'm good at telling if people are lying to me. So, no, it was mostly boring. They did teach me how to shoot a rifle, though. But yeah. Um. Oh yeah, 2 days in a row. Yeah. It's constant bullshit with this lady. She even brought over her adult children who have threatened me in the past, and they kept staring at me, and I just looked over. I'm like, what are you staring at? And they stopped staring at me after that. But yeah, the just it's it's just constant bullshit with this neighbor. I don't know who Nick Flair is. So I can't make too much noise or my neighbors will complain about me. Oh, Ric Flair. I don't know who Ric Flair is. But yeah, it's just mm, excuse me, I had to burp. But yeah, this neighbor isn't long. Like the landlord told me that she's probably going to get evicted. Like uh but yeah, like she brought over her adult children and they were being annoying, and they kept staring at me as I was working on my car, and I inquired, "Hey, what are you looking at?" And they stopped looking at me after that. But yeah, her adult children, like, she's obviously a bad mom because your children are a reflection of you, and they're hooligans. I have no clue if they're on meth, but I'm pretty sure she's on meth because she'll act erratic and aggressive, and just nah, I don't want to. I don't want to deal with her anymore. Oh, someone liked the stream. Yay. But yeah, ever since this lady moved in, because the point of the property I live on is to give refuge to refuge ref, ref uh, but it's supposed to be a peaceful place for veterans to go live. The problem is a lot of veterans aren't good people. I'm not saying all veterans aren't good people, but like veterans have obvious mental problems if they're coming to live in in this neighborhood. No, not refuge, refuge, like refugee. I was trying to. I can't remember what the name for refuge. I think yeah. Um. So a lot of the veterans that live here have mental problems, and I have mental problems, or not mental problems. I have neurological issues, but people will hoard. Like they'll like hoarding is a big problem. Um, but a lot of people here have PTSD. So I have autism spectrum disorder. Also used to be called Asperger's, but by the time they diagnosed me with it, it was autism spectrum disorder. I do have PTSD, but that was ruled not service connected. So just just me being, but oh great, the camera is, but so no, not that silly. You're being silly. But no, PTSD means post traumatic stress disorder. Oh dear. But yeah, the lol. No, I don't know anyone from Black Hawk Down. I remember the colonel's name. Colonel uh, I know his last name was McKnight. I can't remember his uh, but he's doing fine. He's sleeping on the couch right now. But yeah, so people who live on this property are usually they got PTSD, and they got PTSD or they got other problems. See, a lot of veterans have issues that are not service connected because they apparently had them before joining the service, but they slipped through the cracks. Slipped through the 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 cracks of the what's it called? No, so I wash the hoodie once a week. The reason I'm wearing the hoodie so much is because how do you get through maps with I did not have PTSD when I went through the military entry program, but I somehow managed to get through the military entry. Okay, MEPS is military entry program, but I was able to get through with autism spectrum disorder because it's so mild that I guess the people who screened me didn't care. Actually, I'm gonna look up what MEPS actually means because for the longest time I thought it meant military entry program, but it could mean something else. Let me find MEPS. It stands for oh, military entrance processing station. Yeah, okay. I didn't have to look that up. You commented on it. But yeah, so MEPS dropped the ball on me having autism spectrum disorder because it was so mild. They probably didn't care. Oh no, it's asking if I want to accept cookies. I gotta get out of that page. No, I don't want to raise my blood sugar by accepting cookies. But yeah. I wonder in England they call them biscuits. Uh I try to avoid cookies, but like I like snickerdoodles, but I can't have them because I have diabetes now. So, not that kind of biscuit. Favorite train? Uh I don't know. I don't really pay attention to trains. I do admire trains and I do like a good train ride, but I don't pay attention to trains. I don't know train details like other people with autism. But yeah, the um I like Steam, but that's outdated, so there's not that many Steam trains left as far as I know. But I do like a good train ride. Well, yeah, Steam is outdated unless it's a nuclear steam train, which that sounds kind of dangerous. Oh yeah, because you're Sir Topham Hat. The what? That's a kink. But yeah, Okay, let's see. No, I don't know. I don't know music bands. I mostly listen to movie original soundtracks. Oh, but let's see. Oh, not the band, the Kings. Well, then who's the Kings? It's a mystery. Okay, I'm confused now. You two are confusing me. We're trying to be as clear as possible. The band is different from the band then. The band. Oh dear. Okay, so there's a separate band called the Band, and then there's a band called the Kings. Oh, great. Still confusing. So there's a band called the Band, and then there's another band called the Kings. Okay, I see now. Let's see. So I'm looking at their catalog, and they look British. Yeah, they look very British. Are they British? Yeah, they definitely look British. They got the nose for it. But but yeah. Well, the British have a very distinct nose. At least to me, they have a distinct nose. Yeah. The yeah. No, no, no. I'm not getting in trouble for that. I'm sorry. No, that goes against YouTube terms of policy to do that. Well, I already deleted it, so no. Oh dear. Gotta check the camera. I heard something. Wait, is the camera moved? Did Buddy move the camera again? Let's see. Uh Sorry, I gotta check if the camera's moved. Because it looks like Buddy moved the camera. No, it doesn't look like it got moved. I don't know why it's there was nothing out there, so I don't know why it notified me. But yeah, the whole neighbor situation is just like the she and her ex-boyfriend would like scream at each other, and like eventually the ex-boyfriend got fed up, so he left, and now she's trying to slander his name. And that's what I told her. I can tell when people are lying to me. Well, I love my other neighbors. They're good people. But the problem we've had in the past, tell the former P. What? Prime Minister Benjamin Dresselli was British business. But Keir Starmer, I don't like that guy. I'm looking up this Benj. Wants to look up Netanyahu. I don't. Uh, okay, who is this guy? Oh dear. He died too old to see World War One. I know that much. Oh dear. Well, I don't really want to talk about Epstein, but the guy was a bad dude, and I don't believe the FBI when they say he wasn't trafficking children to powerful elites. I believe he was doing that. Oh, but oh dear. Yeah, there's a lot of like cryptic messages in those, or cryptic terms in the files, like the use of the word jerky. I don't know what it means, but it can't be good. Yeah, that can't be good. Yes, the cake is a lie. Yeah. Uh, let's see. Uh, oh, cake is pretty good. It's never lied to me. Cake is a lie is a reference to a video game. It's a reference to a video game. Portal. It's called Portal. They made a second one, but no, it's not about cake. It's just the cake is the incentive to finish the game. Oh dear. No, Portal came out in like 2007. Oh dear. But oh. Oh. Cake Simulator 2018. I've never heard of that, but yeah, Portal came out in 2007 and then Portal 2 came out in like 2011. Yeah, 2018 I was like 24. I can swim. But yeah. So I keep getting distracted. Why? Celebrity stream. Oh god. The I don't swim very often, but I can swim. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Um but anyway, so I can't remember what we were talking about. But I remember the first time I had corn whiskey and like I went to drink it and my friend's like, "No, no, that's not water, that's corn whiskey." I'm like, "How do you know?" Smell it. And it's I smelled it and it was like it burned the hairs off my nose and on the inside of my nose, and I'm like, "I'm just gonna drink it." So, because at this point I was an alcoholic, so I downed the whole thing and then I fell to my knees and then I started walking on all fours. So Yeah, like I don't know what I was thinking. Like I was an alcoholic at the time, so I thought I could handle it, and apparently I couldn't handle it. Yeah, I can't drink the way I used to either. Like I don't get hangovers, but I do get drunk faster than I used to. Well, because it's clear. I thought it was water because it was clear. And then I picked it up and I'm like, "Oh no, that's corn whiskey." No, it tastes like I don't know how to describe it. It's harsh. It doesn't taste very good because it's just straight alcohol. It's like 94% alcohol. Ah, crap, I bumped the table again. No, it didn't have a corn taste to it. But yeah, so the most I'll drink now is twisted tea and I only stop at 2. Well, that clear whiskey is yeah, it's scary. Red wine is scary too because you'll do some violent things when you're on red wine. Oh, buddy's awake. He's looking out the window. Oh, are there birds out there, buddy? Yeah? He said, yeah. Never had gin. Try to hand it sanitizer as a drink. Oh, buddy, don't touch the camera. Now I got to see if he moved the camera. Because if he moves the camera slightly at any point, it messes it up. No, don't drink rubbing alcohol. That'll make you go blind. Motion settings. And he hasn't moved the camera. But no. Rubbing alcohol is what you call wood alcohol, and it has I can't remember the name of the chemical in it, but it makes you go blind if you drink it. Is it ethanol? I can't remember if it's ethanol or something else. Methanol. I can't remember if it's methanol or ethanol. No, don't put gasoline in a baggie. Yes, stay away from meth. Don't do drugs, kids. Uh, he really, really wants to go outside and hunt birds, but I can't let him outside because every time he runs outside, he runs into traffic. Oh God. So if you use a styrofoam, like if you mix gasoline with styrofoam, you make a napalm-like substance that is very dangerous, and you shouldn't do that because the gasoline will eat away at the styrofoam. But Yeah, so styrofoam and gasoline, do not mix that because it makes it's not true napalm. True napalm is, well, I'm not going to say that. That might be a terms of service violation, is giving instructions on how to make ethanol or make napalm. But I do know how to make napalm. No, I can't say how to make napalm. I'll get put on a watch list or get a community strike violation. No, I don't want to risk it. Okay, no mention of the people, please. Don't want to get a community strike. No. So YouTube is ran by a very specific group of people that are not those people, but they don't like the mention of those people. Yeah. Oh. Oh no. Indian? I know the Indians like them, but so no, I'm not planning on being homeless again. I just wanted to tell stories from being homeless. Oh dear. No, no. Oh, this was a big mistake. Oh dear. I didn't know that. Uh, Washed his hoodie every day. So like, no, I wash the hoodie once a week. I just wear it when I'm in the house because it gets cold in the house. Oh, so the reason I became homeless is because I ran out of money and my apartment was in such bad shape that the landlord at the time did not want to renew my lease. So I was given an ultimatum: leave now or get evicted. And I did not want to have an eviction on my record because that would make it harder for me to find a home. So I decided to leave immediately. Well, they gave me 2 weeks to get out, but I got all my stuff out of there that I could, and then I got a storage locker, and I stored my stuff in there. Uh, Being homeless was go. Oh no, I just remembered. I forgot to take out the trash last night. Oh dear. I was supposed to take out the trash, and I didn't. Whoops. Okay. No, I never slept in the storage locker. That would have gone against the lease. No, it's too late. The garbage man already came and gone. My neighbor is bringing her cans in. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot to bring out all the can. I brought out one can, but I didn't bring out all the cans. Yeah. Well, the building has 4 cans for each unit, or 1 can for each unit, and there's 4 units. I usually take out the trash because everyone else is more disabled than I am. So, because if I don't, people will start putting cans in my can or trash in my can, and I hate that. So I just take out everyone's cans so I don't have to contend with people putting stuff in my cans. Buddy, don't touch that. Buddy. I think he touched the camera. Oh dear. No, the cans are too big. I don't want that something that smelly in my apartment. I play War Fun Thunder sometimes, but I don't play it competitively. I just like flying the planes. Oh no, don't be saying that. Yeah. I play as the Americans. Oh, you mean the company? Yeah, the company mascot that makes War Thunder is a snail. But I play as the Americans, and I hate the P-26 because it's such a terrible airplane. Whoever designed the P-26, like I know flight was in its infancy, but they should have done a better job of. Oh, you play buddy. Don't knock that over, buddy. Yeah, infancy. There you can see Buddy. So he was in the corner of the screen. So let's see. Let's see. I have 2 computers, so if I'm getting distracted, it's because I'm looking at my other computer. So, what's your highest BR playing, brother? The P-26 because I don't play competitively. I just like to fly. Now I have like test flown a few other planes, but the jet planes are scary because they're too fast and too maneuverable. You go from a P-26 to an F-14 F-14 Tomcat. That's a big difference. So I know more about planes than I do trains, but I know very little about planes. So it's I did play the tank portion of the War Thunder, and I didn't like it. I think the furthest I got was the M3 Stewart. Oh no, automobiles. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Oh, buddy sees birds again. What's this? Would you say you have a negative equity in train knowledge? I do have some train knowledge, but I just don't know models or I know how steam locomotives work, but diesel locomotives I know are petrol electric. Hey, buddy's in the shot. Is it true? All energy is really just steam and extra steps. I don't know about that. Explain to me, the professional, how steam trains work, please. Well, buddy, no! Oh, come on, buddy. What was you knocked over the bow fang, buddy? No, buddy. Sorry, guys. I gotta deal with buddy right now. I'm moving the chair so you don't go up there. Let's see. He knocked over my radio. He's figured out how to get up on top of the TV stand, which I store things, and he knocked over my radio and a heatsink. I'm built for trucking. No, I don't really want to truck because that puts me in a position where I'd accidentally kill someone, and I don't want to be responsible for people's death because I am not a good driver. Oh, it's just Buddy. So, oh, Pepsi or Coke. I don't like drinking pop because it makes me fat. But yeah, Ohio is a beautiful state when you're out of the city. It's the uh it's the woods. The woods are beautiful. And Buddy's giving me a look of something. I can't tell what he's staring at me for. Well, I like Ohio, so because my family's from Massachusetts originally, and in Massachusetts, it's hard enough to get a gun and to defend your home without legal repercussions. In Ohio, like, what's this? But yeah, I don't want to be homeless again while trucking. But yeah, like in Massachusetts, you got to register your guns, and I don't like that idea. Oh dear. Yeah, so yeah, I don't want to truck because I don't want to be responsible for uh, causing an accident because I'm inept. He's just staring at me menacingly. But okay, he's just sleepy. Well, I don't know. I drive a small SUV, so my favorite firearm is the AR-15. I have one AR-15 left because I had to sell them when I became homeless. At most, I had like 15 AR-15s, all of different calibers, different specialties. But my favorite AR-15 is like the one that's based off the M16A3 that I carried. Well, because they're different calibers, different specialties, and I want the parts to all be worn at the same amount of time. If you can technically take an upper off a lower and then like put another lower on. And also it's not the need. No, it's not 226. It's 223. uh I've had an AR-15 that was 300 blackout. I've had 5.56 AR-15s. I had one that was specially made for 22 Magnum. Well, I had like 15 AR-15s at the most at any one time. I never had a 44 Magnum AR-15, but I assume they exist. Actually, I'm actually counting some of my AR-10s in the count of the AR-15, so it's more like 8 AR-15s and 7 AR-10s. The AR-10s are expensive because they're less common. At any one time, I've had at most 15 AR platformed rifles. So the AR-10 is what the AR-15 is based off of. The AR-15 is chambered in 5.56, while the AR-10 is chambered in 7.62. They look very similar, but the magazine well on the AR-10 is longer. The frame of the gun is overall longer because the longer magazine well to accommodate 7.62 by 51. The that the what's this 5.56 223 223 has less pressure behind it. It's a lower standard like production bullet. 5.56 has more pressure and is hotter. uh Favorite handgun, I my Star Model B was my favorite handgun. Unfortunately, I had to sell it because I became homeless. That wouldn't be 50 grand, I don't think. I sold most of the ARs for like I sold most of the ARs for like 700 because I was hard up for cash and no one wanted to spend a lot of money on an AR-10. So the people I sold the guns to, I got a really good deal. But oh, I wasn't an alcoholic while I was homeless. That's a terrible idea. That's how you go into a death spiral. AR-15s are pretty cheap when you think about it. Like a Palmetto State Armory like parts kit goes for about 475 after taxes, and a lower from Anderson is about $50 now. But back when I bought them, they were about What's this? Well, yeah, but I had bills to pay. Also, I didn't sell them the last time I was homeless. Back then, I only had one AR-15, and I had to keep that to keep myself alive. But I think it was the which time when I was homeless? I think it was the third time I was homeless. I sold all the AR-15s. Well, when I was homeless, I couldn't hunt with the AR-15 because uh, like it would cause too much noise and draw too much of attention. So I have a suppressed pellet gun. Pellet guns can be suppressed without repercussion from the ATF because it's not technically a gun; it's just a pellet projector. So um, that thing's quiet as as a mouse. All you can hear is like the chamber releasing and the trigger being pulled. But yeah, I did hunt while I was homeless. I ate a lot of squirrel and rabbit. The problem with rabbit is it's not calorically enriched. Like there's not a lot of calories in a rabbit. Well, no, I wouldn't want to put a silencer because like even though it's supposed to be a tax, the $200 is just a tax. The the ATF treats it like it's a regulation. So they put you in prison for 20 years for a tax. They don't do that for other taxes unless it's a lot of taxes. But a $200 tax that I know the $200 tax is gone now, but now it's just considered a regulation and that's illegal. The government's not supposed to regulate guns. It goes against our traditions. No, I don't think I've ever tried Welsh rabbit. I'm hoping that the NFA just gets struck down because everything was turned to zero on the tax, and at this point, it's just a regulation and a registry. Sorry, my head's itchy. So the uh, but yeah, the it's actually quite easy to suppress an AR-15 because most of them come with threaded barrels. What you do is you take some. You could do this with a bayonet too. You can stick it in there. If it's not pinned in place, you can stick it into the bird cage and do your best not to break the bayonet or the bird cage. But you can unscrew the bird cage. Oh yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, it's a bad idea. Yeah, bad idea. Don't want to don't want to get in trouble for instructing people how to suppress a rifle. But it's pretty interesting how easy it is. No, so it's called a bird cage because it's shaped like a circular bird cage on the end of the rifle. It's called the what's this? Oh, I have a safe, but I didn't have 25 ARs. I only had 15 at the most. But so wow, we've been doing this for an hour. But the the reason it's called a bird cage is because there's spokes all around except for the bottom of the the flash hider. What? Like the motion, the circular motion, bird cage. So on this flash suppressor or flash hider, it it's got spokes on top of the. It's kind of like a cut compensator. What are you saying please for? No, Edsel Ford died a long time ago. You're spitting lies. Unless your name's actually Etzel. No, I'm not related to anyone named Owens, no. I think Edsel Ford died in 1942. Let's Edsel Ford. No, 1943. Yeah, he died in 1943 from, let's see, what did he die from? Stomach cancer. Oh, that's a horrible way to go. Stomach cancer. Yeah, Ford died from stomach cancer. That's sad. Yeah, that's sad. Oh no, I'm going down the rabbit hole of the Ford family now. What is this? Oh, it's a piece of polish. Oops. But yeah, going down the Ford rabbit hole. Yeah. Oh dear. But yeah, I gotta get off the wiki for the Fords because that's just sad. Oh, oh, just all the Fords that have died throughout the years. Favorite type of pie. My favorite type of pie is pumpkin pie. Yes, very American of me. Oh God, no. The Oh dear. I'm not much into racing stock cars. Calling who big dog? So my call sign when I was in the Navy was Mongoose. No, I think Big Dog was the other guy that was in the chat. I think he's no longer here. But Mongoose. So in the Navy or in the military generally, uh, your teammates are the ones that give you your call sign. No, I wasn't a pilot, but I was a petty officer, and yeah, but no, I wasn't a pilot. Like it wasn't an official call sign, but when we used the radios, people would refer to me as Mongoose. The so it's a long story. Usually the no, I didn't steal eggs. So so if you've ever played the Metal Gear Solid series, the call sign for the main character throughout the series is Snake. Well, my friends thought it would be funny to make mine Mongoose because mongoose or mongoose eat snakes. It's another way of saying I'm a snake eater. So there are three class of petty officers. There's third class, second class, and first class. Third class are equivalent to a corporal. Second class are equivalent to a sergeant, and first class are equivalent to a staff sergeant. And then you got three classes of chief petty officer. You got chief petty officer, senior chief petty officer, master chief petty officer. I was a third class petty officer, and I didn't earn it. I was given that rank automatically because my contract stipulated that I would be something called push button. I was a third class petty officer. Oh, but Buddy's intensely licking his arm, and I can hear it through my headphones. So in intelligence, it is hard to actually rank up after like second class. So they to keep you longer in because they're yes he's got arms. I call his front legs his arms. So yeah, I know. I'm using the wrong terminology. I'm humanizing my animal. But because there was back when I was in, there was something called higher tenure, and what that would mean is you had to rank up every so often to stay in. So what they would do is they would make you push button, meaning you were automatically made an E4, which is a petty officer third class, so you would stay in longer. It was a way to keep the enlisted men to stay in longer. Huh? Someone's messaging me. Sorry, I was messaging my friend back. No, what we call him? Is that guy from Facebook? What do you mean? Who's from Facebook? Oh, Mark Zuckerberg. No, that I'm gonna have to look him up again, but let's see. He seems to have Sir Topham Hatt as one of his profile pictures, so I'm starting to think that you are the guy from Facebook, Sir Topham Hatt. I'm pretty sure it's you. All the context clues. Oh, don't lie to me. I get the context clues. The safe face. That's the only reason why someone would lie about that is the safe face. I'm not going to say your name, but I am going to confirm the friend request. Yeah, just about everyone has a Facebook. Even my dead grandfather has a Facebook. Like my grandfather passed last year, but he still has a Facebook somewhere out there. Uh, Let's see. Yep. I just sent him a meme. Oh, well, I sent it. It says sent. It doesn't say received, but it says sent. Yeah, it says sent 1 minute ago. I like turtles. Yeah, I don't know why you haven't received it yet. It says you're online. Let's see if my phone sees it. Oh, it says delivered. What is CFT or CFB? Oh, don't be saying that about Ohio. Well, maybe the state itself or the college, because the college sucks. Yeah, this says it's sent and it's delivered. Yeah, so I don't like Michigan because they keep electing a moron as their governor. Mm. No, I. It's not because she's a woman. It's because she's an idiot. Actually, is she still in office? Michigan uh, governor. Yeah, it's still her. How is she still in office? She started being governor in 2019. How is she still in office? Oh, she's 54 now. Oh, don't say the army's better than the navy. We're all doing our own job. We unless you mean the army navy game. Oh no. Oh no, don't be alluding to that, please. Yeah, how did she get reelected? Cuz like let's see what the oh, here we go. I thought so. So, allude to what? You have to dear. Uh Yeah, I'm just looking at the whole article on Wikipedia about Gretchen Whitmer, and she just gives me the creeps. Yeah. Yep. She just gives me the creeps. She has that look in her eye. Best operating system. So I don't like Windows, but I use it anyway because all my programs run on Windows. I uh I run a server, multiple servers that run Linux and or Ubuntu Linux. I have ran DOS before, specifically MS DOS and Free DOS. One is an application server, and the other one, oh no, not Temple OS. We don't speak about Temple OS here, but one's a file server and one's an application server. The application server specifically runs Minecraft, while my file server runs Plex. Yeah, Temple OS. That fella, like I feel sorry for that guy for him dying and all, but like and being homeless. So Plex is a service that allows you to watch files off your server using like a Apple TV or even a handheld like smartphone from anywhere in the world as long as you're signed into your Plex account. So the guy that made Temple OS, I can't remember his name. I think it was Terry something. His name was Terry A. Davis. Yeah. But yeah, I've also used a niche operating system called no, that I was about to say BOS, but it's based off of BOS. Haiku. It's called Haiku. Yeah, it's called Haiku. And no, B as in like it's spelled BEOS. I've also used an operating system called it's a form of Unix. I think it's called BSD or no, free BSD. BSD hasn't been maintained in years. I'm gonna look that up. BSD Unix. Yeah, BSD hasn't been maintained in 30 years. Um, yeah, Yeah, BSD hasn't been maintained in years. Let's see, free BSD. Where's free BSD? Thoughts on the Faustian nature of common penguins is related to recent memes. What? Okay, FreeBSD. FreeBSD is currently maintained. Let's see, what's the difference between FreeBSD and BSD? State discontinued. What is supported platforms? So, what thoughts on the Faustian nature of the common penguin as related to recent memes? I don't know what you mean by that. I'm not hip to that. I love to be Faustian Western man, even if it declines this great civilization. Um, okay. So I'm getting distracted by looking at free BSD. Best philosopher. I would have to think. My favorite. What's that? Ebola. But best philosopher. I quite like Dietrich Bonhoeffer. Heretic. Who are you calling heretic? Well, Dietrich Bonhoeffer was a good man. What do you mean denied the divinity of Christ? Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up. Let's see. Let's see. I'm reading. Okay, he did not. No, what? I gotta drive a train, be listening, but won't be coming for a bit. So, he did not deny the divinity of Christ, but he did say we have to interpret it what God commands us to do. Don't take it literally. So I can see why you would call him a heretic. No, he's not a heretic. No, heresy would be saying like, well, for instance, what the Mormons say about Jesus. That's heresy. That's why I don't the Mormons aren't considered Christians because they other favorite philosophers. Um well, so the let's see. I've heard of those guys, but I don't really know too much about them because I've forgotten what I've read about them because it's been a while. Let's see. Ancient philosopher. Let's see. He died age 80. Actually, they don't know exactly when he was born, so it could have been could have been 75, could have been 80. Politics, rhetoric, unwritten doctrines, ethics. So, according to this, he is uh, punishment, crime. Oh, not Plato. Plato. That's funny. So I never went to college, but I do have like 36 college credits from being in the Navy. Okay, someone just said something, but okay. No, I never deployed in the Navy. The problem is I got into a terrible car accident while going to medical for something because the driver was from California, had never driven in the snow before, and he thought just because the duty car has all-wheel drive, that means we can drive in the snow as fast as we want. And he ended up crashing into a divider, flipped the car. It killed him, injured me, and injured my friend who was in the back. And I ended up carrying my friend because he had a broken leg. I carried him to the hospital. What do you mean, how many monitors do I have? Like for my computers? Well, I was stationed at Little Creek, right next to Dam Neck, which is the base annex for Oceania. I trained at Dam Neck, but luckily they stationed me at Little Creek. No, the Navy has bases. You could either be stationed at an NOB, Naval Air Station, uh, or a camp. Marine Corps call their bases camps. Uh, Army calls their bases forts. The Navy calls their bases or stations, and the Air Force just calls them air bases. I can't remember what NOB means. Naval Operations Base. Let's see. Naval Operation Base. No, I didn't have 47 AR-15s. You're being funny. Let's see. I can't remember the road, but it was on the highway in Norfolk. We were going to where was it? It was Portsmouth Naval Hospital in the Norfolk area. I'm trying to find my old base. Little Creek Naval Base. Yep. Oh, when was the wreck? I would say probably January 15th, 2015. I put it down in my calendar, so I should know. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong year. Okay, 2015. Because it. Oh no, it was. It was. I can't find it. That's weird. I. It was a doctor's appointment I was going to, and I can't find it. It's no longer in my schedule, my calendar. It was sometime in January of 2015. Okay. Was it written all about I donate to charity and choice of the implicated families? What? So I don't think the news reported on it, but like if you want to donate to a charity, I would suggest the Wounded Warrior Project. Oh, still have the name of the guy who died. I can't remember his name. I just can't remember his name. Let's see. Current mission. Okay. Yeah, he. Oh, it only says one person's watching now. Uh, let's see. Yeah, you're still here. Yeah, it says only one person's watching though. Yeah. Don't know why it says only one person's watching. I have too many tabs. Yeah, now it says two people are watching. But the let's see. I forgot what I was doing. I think I know what the issue is. I took my meds without taking food. I think that's the issue. Yeah. I take metformin and glipizide. Or not glipizide, Jardiance. Well, the crash was so stupid. I can't remember how much snow there was, but the roads were slippery, and you had no business going 65 on at those speeds. Let's see. Uh, but yeah, the buddy of mine that I carried to the hospital, he had a broken leg, and he kept complaining. And I'm like, dude, that's better than having you scream the whole way. And when we got to the ER, the emergency room, yeah, I physically carried him. I was strong back then. Let's see. Where's the picture? Yeah, I physically carried him to the hospital because I got a traumatic brain injury out of it, and there was a piece of metal sticking out of my back when we arrived at the ER. I didn't know about the piece of metal sticking out of my back. I wasn't in pain at all. So if I can find that picture, oh come on, come on. I'm looking for the picture of me when I was hunky. Okay, okay. Let's see. I found it. I You probably can't make everything out, but come on, come on. There we go. It's focusing. Can't can't see all of it. Maybe if I turn down the brightness. There we go. That's how I looked like 11 years ago. Now I'm fat and not impressive at all. Oh, 4 people are watching. That's good. Yeah, I was in a very good shape when I was in the Navy. Oh, there's 5 people watching. Thanks for watching my stream. Or hello, I guess I should say hello. Was anyone held responsible for the crash? Well, since the guy died, and then it was later revealed that he did not have a valid license at the time he was driving us. So the person who wrote down the watches, because it's called watches. Yeah, I think he was buried with honors. I didn't bother going to the funeral, but because I was busy. But the uh the watch uh I can't remember what it's called. Something watchmaker, where they put you on different watches. Watches being like guard duty, sentry duty, um rovers. That's where you go around patrolling the grounds. And then there's duty driver, and this guy was a duty driver. To be a duty driver, you need a valid license from your state. Mm, I guess the person who made the watch bill. It's called a watch bill. That's what it's called. It's called a watch bill. Uh, I guess that person got in trouble because they didn't certify that the guy had a license. Let's see. So everyone who is in the military, as long as you didn't do anything terrible, you get buried with full honors. I don't think he was buried in Arlington Cemetery, but like that's usually reserved for war heroes. But usually you get buried, uh, like you have pallbearers that are in the military, and they give the I think it's the 21 volley salute. I think I can't remember. There's only 3 people watching now. It's still appreciated that you're watching, though. I just got really excited when I saw the number 5. But my discharge was honorable, but for med set. So what that means is it's rather than a medical discharge, and it's an honorable condition discharge. So I was in the Navy up until like I think it was about 7 months before they finally like got rid of me because they were waiting on me to heal up, and I was showing signs of a traumatic brain injury. So they did a CAT scan. I think it was a CAT scan. I can't remember what it was, but either it was an MRI or a CAT scan, and they found out I had autism spectrum disorder just by looking at my brain through the scan, and that's why they got rid of me. Well, they didn't get rid of me; they honorably discharged me. But for some reason, they gave me an RE3G, which means I could theoretically go back if they were desperate enough. So no, they didn't know that I had Asperger's or autism spectrum disorder before the scan because I wasn't acting like someone with autism. Oh dear. Oh, the scan can tell that. Yes. So they look at the sectors of the brain that are active, and depending on the configuration of the brain, they can tell if you have autism. The I can't remember if it was a CAT scan or a MRI. No, is that a joke because people with autism like that to play with trains? Yes. Yeah, I thought so. To be honest, I fear trains more than I like them. Trains are scary. fMRI. What's an fMRI? Is that like an MRI but different? fMRI. Oh, that's just the MRI's like actual name. Okay. So, um oh. Shed skin structure and activity. MRI just shows the structure. Oh, so it is different. Okay. I don't know if they what they did. They just scanned me. It's only a little different. So it looks like that may have been what they did. Yeah, because according to this, you can detect autism with that. So that's probably what they did. Because they were looking for a traumatic brain injury and they found that and autism. So I used to have my medical records, but I forgot them in like 2 apartments ago when I was moving out. So that's on me. I could always just request records requests from the National Archives, but um I don't feel like doing that. I don't know if the VA actually has a copy of my record. I can ask my case manager the next time I see him if they got my record. Is that a good what? Ah, I think it's a record request instead of a FOIA request because a FOIA request means that you're not related to the person that you're trying to request the records of. Yeah, I don't really want to see the picture of my brain because it makes me nervous because there might be a crown stuck up in my brain somewhere because I was a stupid kid that stuck crowns up my nose. Oh dear. Let's see. Wait a minute. No, before the Navy, I was sticking crowns up my nose. No, but speaking of Marines, I used to be able to go toe to toe with the Marines in a wrestling competition, and I would win. That's how skilled I was at wrestling. No, I didn't wrestle in high school. I didn't take wrestling in high school. I just wrestled my friends in my own free time because I had a friend named Steven that would. Ah, crap! I mentioned the name. I shouldn't have done that. But he was in wrestling and he was teaching me how to fight because I was getting bullied in school. I couldn't do like extracurricular activities in high school because I was taking care of my sister out after every school day. I would go home and take care of my sister because she's in a wheelchair and she needed me to take care of her. So I couldn't do extracurricular activities, and I wish I could have. That would have been neat. Yeah, I would get into fights in school because people didn't like me because I was weird. But yeah, I knew how to fight, so yeah, fist fights, yeah. It mostly happened in middle school because before I went to a normal school, I went to another school called it's North Norwood Special Center for Learning, and I would. That's essentially students that are training to be criminals. Essentially, like they had anger issues. I didn't have anger issues. I just had autism, but they didn't know I had autism at the time. But they just thought I had anger issues. But I was just being picked on all the time. So they put me in a school where people were picking on me, and I knew how to fight because my dad put me through Krav Maga classes, and my friend Steven was teaching me how to wrestle. Yeah. Uh, oh, buddy's just sleeping there. I didn't realize he was still sleeping. So cute. What's the question mark for? So I'm getting distracted. I have too many tabs open on my computer. Ugh. I think we only need a real fist fight. What, did you go to school with me? Yeah, so um I think most of the people that wanted to bully me didn't want to bully me because they knew I had guns and they thought I was going to shoot up the place, which I wouldn't. That's not a me type of move, but people don't understand that. Like, oh, it's just nah, man. We just had one fight. I don't think it was terrible. Uncommon crest. Yeah. So the problem with the no tolerance policy, like no fighting tolerance policy in schools, is like you get attacked, you get in trouble too. So what would happen was people would just go overboard with the violence because they were going to get in trouble anyway, so they might as well defend themselves, and they would just escalate the violence. At least that's what happened in the school I went to. So my dad believed that since I was being bullied, I should know how to defend myself. So he put me through Krav Maga classes. I didn't do too good in them, but yeah, I went to a good school after the bad school. The bad school was in Norwood and was full of morons that wanted to commit crimes. The school that ended up going to was the Lakota district in Westchester, Ohio. But the what was I thinking? So it was a culture shock because it was essentially me coming from a prison to normal life, and like people would make fun of me because I always tucked my shirt in, but that's because I was supposed to tuck my shirt in the other school. And like the first kid that attacked me learned that that was a really bad idea because I got him in the liver. Yeah, if you punch a man in the liver, there are no pain receptors in the liver, but they will shut down if you punch them in the liver. Yeah. Can you show us where the liver's? You don't know where the liver's located? It's under the rib cage, or at least it's partially obstructed by the rib cage. But you can get the bottom portion of it if you punch it hard enough. I can't remember. All I know is punch for the center mass. Well, according to this, it's the upper right portion of the abdomen. Yeah, anyway, so we've been doing this for 2 hours, 7 minutes, and I gotta go potty. I gotta go to the bathroom. So I don't want to leave a stream going without me on it. So I guess I'll see you guys later. Yeah, I'll come back later. But but yeah, nice talking to you guys. Okay. See you guys later.